Hello everyone, and welcome to week 17 of my video journal. As you can see, I'm in my car today, not on my living room floor. I am sitting at one of my favorite meditation prayer spots, which is at the beach. I'd like to show you a little bit of where I am. So let's see. I hope you guys can see a little bit of the ocean out there. There's a parking lot down there, and a lot of times I like to park, down closer to the water. And let's see if I can get this fixed. There we go. So I like to park close to the water sometimes, but a lot of times I like to park up here because I love the way the waves sound as I'm meditating. I can really get into my meditations. So I thought this would be a good time to update you guys on what's been going on this week. Let me roll my window up so I can hear myself a little better. Wow, a lot has happened this week. A lot has happened from the last video to this video, and I've been so excited and dying to share with you. So first and foremost, pregnancy is going well. I had always wanted to have a doula in the birthing room with me, or at the hospital with me. I've always wanted a doula with my last pregnancies, and for some reason that goal didn't seem obtainable because of either money or for whatever the reason was. But with this being my fifth and final, I decided that I would do a little research and actually see if I could find a doula. And so I did that. I started my research, and I met over the phone. I met this wonderful person who has the same last name as I do. That's one of the things that drew me to her. But after talking on the phone with her, I loved her vibe and I loved her energy. And I felt like her personality would definitely mesh with mine. I wanted to meet with her, so we scheduled a meeting, and I met with her yesterday. She is absolutely wonderful, okay? And her philosophy on birth and life matches my philosophy on birth and life. I, again, do not believe in coincidences. Even though she does have the same last name as me, and she has family in both Texas and Louisiana, and my husband's family is from Louisiana. I have family in Texas. It was just really, I want to say bizarre, but not bizarre, because I always believe that the universe brings to you what you need when you need it. And so this is a perfect example. We talked for about an hour, and immediately I knew that this would be my doula. So I found my doula, and I'm so happy. She's affordable for me, and I'm also in a better place financially than I was 8 years ago when I had my last child. So I'm just happy that I am able to have a doula this time around. And I started looking early on in this pregnancy. I'm 4 months. So we will have a lot of time to get to know each other and to really bond. So when it's time for me to give birth, I think it'll be a wonderful experience having a doula there with me. Something else wonderful happened this week as well. In my search for a doula, I left messages for a lot of different people. One of those people called me back the next day after I talked with my now current doula. And we talked for a while, and I asked her a bunch of questions, and it turns out that, she wouldn't be available in November because she's currently pregnant and will be a new mom by the time I'm ready to give birth. But she gave me referrals to different doulas, and then we started talking about what kind of birth I wanted. And I told her, well, I want a natural birth. I've had epidurals before, but I really want to try to do this completely natural, no medications and no epidural. And if I had my dream birth, I would have a water birth. because I've seen water births so many times, and it seems like everything's so peaceful, and the baby comes out so peaceful and alert, and it just seems like it would be a beautiful experience. But again, in the past, for whatever reason, that goal just did not seem like, I could reach that goal. Financial reasons, insurance, whatever the reason. And this person that I talked to, seemed to put it in my head that I would be a perfect candidate for a water birth. Number one, because this is my fifth. It's not my first child. It's my fifth. And it just seems like, plus I've had all natural vaginal births with no complications. She said, it is totally, totally possible for you to have a water birth. And I thought, yeah, but I don't think it's possible. So she gave me a couple of referrals to birth centers in Southern California. And I started to do a little research, because I'm thinking, this woman's telling me that it's possible for me, and why can't it be possible? Well, one of the birth centers that she talked about is an hour and 10 minutes away from me. And even though I was a little iffy, because with this being my fifth, I probably will have a very quick labor. And I don't know if I'll be able to make an hour and, make a trip an hour and 10 minutes away. And then if I go into labor during like rush hour, it would be even more time. So I researched that place, but I also researched a little more and found another birth center in Whittier, which is about 30 minutes away from me. It seemed like it's more, okay, this is closer to my home. I might be able to do this. So when I called the birth center, I talked to a wonderful lady there who kind of explained everything to me. And now I'm going to roll the window down because it's a little warm in here. Anyway, I talked to the lady at the birth center, and, I'm scheduled to go on a tour to tour the birth centers, see if I like it, and see if it's something that will fit what I'm looking for. As I was researching even more on the website, I find that the nurse midwife at this birth center not only has a Whittier address, but she has a Santa Monica address as well. I thought, interesting. She sees patients in Santa Monica. Well, again, I'm going to preface this by saying I don't believe in coincidences. But this Santa Monica address is I'm laughing, is the exact same address as my current OB, down to the office number. And I'm thinking, this can't be, because that's my doctor's office. This can't, she used to be there, and maybe she moved and forgot to take the address off of her website. I call the birth center back, and it turns out that this nurse midwife collaborates with my doctor, and my doctor allows her to see some of her patients out of his office. How many signs do I need? How many signs do I need? I sit here, I meditate, and I pray, and I sit still, and I listen for answers, and I listen. I wait for signs that things are the way they're supposed to be, and that they're the way they are supposed to be for me and for my life. And so I find out that this nurse midwife is connected to my OB. So it looks like I will have, I'm going from having a birth in a hospital to now potentially having a water birth at a birthing center, which is something I've always wanted. It's beautiful how things work together. And that's really what's been happening this week. I am so excited about everything that's been going on. I'm reaching 10 minutes, and I have so much more to say. The pregnancy is going well. I have no more morning sickness. I'm starting to have more cravings for things. I think I've gained a little, although I can still wear my regular pants. But I know that's going to change pretty soon. And I'm just happy and thrilled. I'm healthy. I'm exercising. I'm meditating. And everything is going great. I just want to thank all of you guys for taking the time out of your lives to learn about mine. And thank you to, I have a couple of new subscribers, which is pretty crazy. But thank you guys for taking time out of your life to learn about mine. As you can see, I'm pretty happy about the events that have happened for the past week. Next week, on the 15th, I will find out if I'm having a boy or a girl. And I am looking forward to that appointment. And so I will update you next week with news on the birth center that I toured and on what I'm having. So again, thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to talking to you guys next week, okay? Have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon.